All right, welcome back to WMMA now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a fight preview going to UFC Fight Night Jacksonville, co-main event, strawweight division, Claudia Gadelha versus Angela Hill. I'm not going to do my normal drawn-out preview, just mostly going to go over some thoughts I have on this fight. It's an interesting fight because, Angela Hill seems to be surging, Gadelha is somewhat fading, but this is also a big step up for Angela Hill. She's not currently ranked, and Gadelha, I believe, is at number 6, so she's just out the top 5. This could be one of those situations where, it seems like the UFC has been trying to shake up the rankings for quite a while and, clean out some of the older fighters from the rankings by making these, unranked fighters versus these higher ranked fighters just to see what lands. So, interesting matchup just for that factor alone. Let's see. Hill's coming off 3 straight wins. Gadelha has been alternating wins and losses her last 4. She's coming off a win recently. I mentioned that Gadelha seems to be somewhat fading, and, her cardio has been seemingly getting worse with each fight. I mean, she used to have, like 2-round cardio or 3-round cardio, and then now she seems to have 1-round cardio. Now she says that she has fixed that in her training. It'll be interesting to see that. Then on the other side, you got Hill, who seems faster than ever. Her footwork seems better than ever. For a while, she was doing what I like to call the Dom Cruz Alliance MMA busy footwork for the sake of being busy, but she seems to have brought it together better in that her footwork is very busy, but now it is way more functional. So Angela Hill is faster than ever. She moves better than ever. But I'll tell you what, Gadelha is still dangerous on the feet, and she's especially dangerous on the ground. Now, it's a little more than a year since Hill lost to Randa Marcos in the first round via submission. And that still has me worried with her going up against a grappler the caliber of Claudia Gadelha, because Gadelha is very dangerous on the ground. She's very strong. She's not that great of a finisher on the ground. Now, she does have a first-round submission over Karolina Kowalkiewicz, only time Kowalkiewicz had ever been submitted, and that was in the first round. And I think that is going to be a huge factor in this fight, especially because Hill has only faced mostly strikers since the fight against Randa Marcos a little over a year ago. Now, she's had 4 or 5 fights since then, and I think 5 fights since then, maybe 6. But all of them are been primarily strikers. She hasn't faced a strong wrestler or grappler since then. And now she's going up against a very dangerous grappler in Claudia Gadelha, who is very strong in the first round, in those early rounds. So, really, this fight comes down mostly to 2 big questions. Can Hill keep Gadelha off of her and keep the fight on the feet where she's at the biggest advantage? And then number 2, can Gadelha's cardio last? Because I think she can keep up with Hill on the feet enough to eke out a decision if her cardio can keep up. But I really think it's going to have to come down to Gadelha getting a hold of Hill and getting her to the ground. Now, can she do that, and can she get that finish early before her cardio runs out? And if not, is her cardio going to last her enough to grind out a decision against Angela Hill? Personally, I think that this is a huge step up for Hill. I think it's a way too big of a step up compared to, the fighters that she's been facing lately. So I'm going with Claudia Gadelha to win, still stay up there in the top 10. Hill, it's weird that she hasn't been ranked. I think if the UFC ranking board cleans up the ranking some. Once some fighters come back and the fights get going again, the rankings will get cleaned up. There'll be a few fighters less in the strawweight rankings that are currently there, and we'll probably see Hill, in the lower rankings. But right now for this fight, I'm going with Claudia Gadelha to win, either by early sub or grind out a decision. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to WMMA Scene Now, the most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.